I kept quiet when my sister blamed the wrong person. My sister Jenna threw her phone across the kitchen table so hard it cracked the screen. Someone stole $2,000 from my savings account. She was shaking with rage. I asked her what happened. She explained that she'd been saving for a deposit on her first apartment. Every paycheck for 8 months. Gone overnight. The only people who knew her bank login were me, our parents, and her boyfriend Tyler. She looked at me with fire in her eyes. It was Tyler. I know it was him. I didn't say anything. Just let her keep talking. He's been weird about money lately. Asking when I'm getting paid. Checking my purse when he thinks I'm not looking. She was pacing now. I'm calling the police. I'm pressing charges. He's done. I watched her pick up her cracked phone and start dialing. My heart was pounding so hard I could feel it in my throat because I knew exactly who took that money, and it wasn't Tyler. 3 weeks earlier, our mom had pulled me aside after dinner. She was crying. Your father lost his job 2 months ago. We're behind on the mortgage. We might lose the house. I asked why they didn't tell us. She said they were ashamed. Didn't want us to worry. Then she said something that made my stomach drop. I borrowed some money from Jenna's account, just temporarily. I'll pay it back before she notices. Please don't tell her. I should have said something right then. Should have told her that was wrong, but I just nodded because she looked so broken and desperate. Now I was watching my sister destroy her relationship over something our mother did. Jenna called Tyler and screamed at him for 20 minutes straight. Called him a thief, a liar. Said she never wanted to see him again. He kept saying he didn't do it, but she wouldn't listen. I stood there the entire time, silent. After she hung up, she was crying so hard she could barely breathe. 2 years together and he steals from me. I trusted him with everything. I opened my mouth to tell her the truth, but then I thought about our parents losing their house, about mom's face when she begged me to keep her secret, about how Jenna would react if she knew. So I said nothing. Again, Tyler showed up at our door the next morning. He had bank statements in his hand, his own bank statements, showing he hadn't deposited anything unusual, showing he had no reason to steal. Jenna wouldn't even look at them. Get out! I don't want to hear your excuses. He looked at me, standing in the hallway, watching. You believe me, right? You know I wouldn't do this. I looked at the floor. I don't know what to believe. He left. Jenna blocked his number, his social media, everything. A week later, Tyler's sister confronted Jenna at her job, called her crazy, said Tyler had been planning to propose, had the ring for 3 months. Now he was barely eating, barely sleeping. Jenna came home that night looking hollow. She sat on her bed and stared at the wall. What if I was wrong? I should have told her then, but I didn't. 2 more weeks passed. Tyler moved to another city for a job. Jenna found out through a mutual friend. She cried for 3 days straight. Then our dad got a new job, a good one, better than before. Mom pulled me aside again. I can pay Jenna back now, but if I do, she'll know I took it. She'll hate me. Can we just say the bank made an error, that they found the money? I stared at her. You want me to help you lie again? It's not lying. It's protecting the family. I thought about Tyler, about the proposal that never happened, about my sister crying herself to sleep every night over a man who did nothing wrong. I walked into Jenna's room. She looked up at me with red eyes. I need to tell you something, and you're going to hate me for not saying it sooner. I told her everything. Mom taking the money, dad losing his job, the secret I'd been keeping for weeks, how I watched her blame Tyler and said nothing. She didn't yell, didn't scream, just sat there processing. Then she asked one question. How long have you known? Since the beginning. She stood up slowly, walked past me without a word. I heard her car start. She was gone for 4 hours. When she came back, she'd been to Tyler's old apartment. His roommate gave her his new address. She drove 2 hours to find him. They talked until 3 inches the morning. He forgave her, but he couldn't forget. Said he'd always wonder if she'd believe the worst about him again. They didn't get back together. Jenna moved out the next month. Barely speaks to our parents. Barely speaks to me. Last week she texted me for the first time in months. She said Tyler got engaged to someone else. Then she sent one more message. I hope keeping mom's secret was worth it. I still don't have an answer.